Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Joe Budden has entered the building on Ebro in the morning. Give it up for Joe Budden.
Hi,
Joe
Joey.
Budden, it's time. It's time. A lot to deal with. This morning. Laura Styles Rosenberg is here. We even have Marissa Mendez sitting in because there's another storyline. Another one that if you don't listen to the podcast and podcast world, will bring you into that.
Okay.
All right, so first things first. Joe, Drake. It all started, you wanted to motivate Drake for bars. That's how the whole thing started.
Who cares?
No, but we gotta, I want to recap
We've
it.
done this every day for however many months now. Y'all recapped it every day. Y'all know what happened. Let's talk about it.
But for the audience, it doesn't.
All right, but you could just say it. You do that, but know that part, right?
Yeah, so I'm setting it
you
up.
can
But
say
then
this part,
it went into 5 different freestyles going at Drake.
4.
Come on, bro.
7. What was that your intention when you set out to do it, or you just really had that much material and shit you wanted to get off each other?
No, I just rap.
Just go.
Just rap.
Just rap.
Rap. Yeah, that's all it is. Just rapping.
And do you feel some type of way that Drake never responded?
He did respond. He responded multiple times.
Yeah, he did respond. Right? I don't want to defend Joe Budden today, but he did respond.
He did
In what way? The pump it up on the record?
Well, that was longer than that. He did like multiple. That's like several bars that are about Joe.
And which other one?
I don't remember.
That initiated it all. And I responded. I think that part gets lost.
Got it.
He initiated this, but because of the business attached to that record, took a while to come out.
Because it was a snap.
It was
or
a
something.
Snapchat, right? That was leaked.
Yeah, Snapchat came out.
Yeah.
They put a clip on Instagram and Snap with just that pump it up part. That was in May. That was like May 13th or something like that. I wanted to hear the record at that point. Right. I didn't know what was happening with the record. Right. And when I heard the record, then it was on.
So what don't we know about why he initiated? Like why all of a sudden?
I don't know. I would assume it was from the album review on the podcast. I would assume that.
Got it.
I'm going through something similar with Party right now, who's in my DM.
What's Party mad about?
I'm not going to say he's mad, but I don't know.
But you did reference Party on that record.
Yeah, Party's album came out today. Go pick it up.
You're a fan.
Party 3, yeah.
And didn't you say like Party well, you had lines about Party.
We want a Party album.
Right.
But you keep stealing all the Party's album to go and put it on your Party album.
Because Party has also wrote a lot of records that Drake uses and
yeah, I would think that a lot of people from that camp, I think they're
all right.
I think they work in concert.
Right.
It's just some of the best records just go certain places.
Yeah.
But that's none of my business. I'm not signed to OVO. I can care less what they do at OVO.
Right.
Unlike the media keeps trying to portray, I'm not as obsessed with Drake as y'all think I am.
Well, but
only a little bit.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, though. The reason I made fun of it, at least, was 4 records is a lot on one subject, right? That's not common. You don't see that every day in rap sort of lyrical battles like that.
That wasn't one subject.
What do you mean?
They all were not the same subject at all.
But wasn't Drake the focal point of all of them?
Yeah, but he's the biggest artist in the world. So there's plenty to say about him.
This speaks to your point, bro. About everything related to Joe Budden. That you believe Joe is a troll and likes to work the media.
Well, there's several layers to this for me personally, right? Because I didn't listen to all the freestyles, so I'm not going to profess to know all the details, right? Mm-hmm. There was one particular one that I really enjoyed. It might have been the 4th one.
Third or fourth
one that I thought was really well done.
Probably
and one verse from the first one, I thought the last verse was the most poignant and direct, right?
It was.
But I do know that Drake's style of, for lack of a better term right now, emo rap, if you will, being very transparent, being very emotional, being very loving hip hop, right? And being about bars, but also being about melody and being about these things. Joe Budden did on mixtapes very well and is, for not the mainstream, but the underground fan, the internet fan, are super fans of Joe for mood music or his relationship with Tahiri on YouTube and this kind of whole transparent way of being an emotional rapper. That's what your brand became after the early releases on Def Jam.
Well, it was that then.
It was that then too, but it was more
marketed a bit
honed
differently.
in.
Well, right, and Pump It Up was such a big hit that it sort of changed everything.
I think Pump It Up changed the general public's.
And I do know that Drake was a fan of your material then.
I think him and I are fans of each other and respect each other.
Now, So that's, I guess, the part for the audience that needs to be kind of tied together is that, you know, those people who don't necessarily follow it as close as the internet need to understand that there is some respect there musically.
100%. Well, I've been documented.
Yeah.
You know, I was early on that Drake wave. I was early on the party wave. I was early on a few waves. I'm on the side of music always.
Right. Always.
Not people. So when I enjoy the music, I enjoy the music. And I think probably my review of that album made him feel the way. Well, it had to. He responded in a rap to a podcast.
And going back to your review of Views, which is critically acclaimed and has broke all types of numbers, et cetera, which doesn't mean anything in the...
Is it critically acclaimed?
People love that album.
But is it critically acclaimed?
There's critics who
I don't think
acclaim. There's critics who acclaim it.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Yeah, but that's not.
I'm not trying to be a
critically
jerk or a Drake hater, but it wasn't like critically acclaimed. To Pimp a Butterfly was critically acclaimed.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to just bring up Kendrick, but that's what the easiest one that comes to your mind.
Whatever.
It was a popular album.
It's a popular album,
Yeah.
and sales and metrics don't necessarily mean quality music, right? But your critique of Views was more based in lack of rhymes, yes,
And substance.
and substance.
And content. All the things that I was a fan of from this particular artist.
When were you a big fan of him substance-wise? Because that's one thing I think Drake's always sort of, to me, he's always been like fun.
When you guys say substance, what are you saying?
Like lyrics that have things to them. Like there's actually something really, not necessarily important for the world, but with some real meaning to it.
But that's the emotion. But
For you to say that, then you would have to be unfamiliar with all of the comeback seasons, So Far Gone, Take Care, Thank Me Later. After Take Care is when it got a little...
What was he talking about up till then? That was...
Everything
In terms of what?
every single thing that was going on with him,
With him.
he divulged.
Right, with
but
him.
not
Got it.
socially.
All of it.
Yeah, see, that's the part where I'm not as necessarily interested. But that is...
But that's substance.
But that is... Yeah, that is...
And that's introspection.
Laura, that's substance to you and introspection to you?
Well, I'm
Yes,
going by the
absolutely.
context of the English language. So when you say Laura to you, I'm going by the word introspection.
Substance.
When you look it up.
Right.
And substance as well.
But substance is subjective when you talk about music. Because I can tell you at this point right now, hearing about Drake's personal life at this point is not substance to me. Hearing about a rich guy's personal issues and how he gets emotional about fucking different women every night. I could argue that's not substance.
That's not substance, and that's my point.
Or not substantive. Okay.
But that's
my point.
substantive to his life, though.
No. I'm from the school of more money, more problems. Like, I know what goes on. When you have that type of success, there's more to talk about than the different women. that
You don't think he's actually getting into the shit
He's
that
not
he's
getting
really
into
doing?
So,
it.
and
And that's what I said
basically,
on the
from
podcast.
an insider's perspective, you're saying, I don't believe you on this album. I don't believe you're sharing with the audience the same way you used to share, and thus you need
and
to
you
get
know
your
what's
game
funny?
up.
Because of my respect for him, I tried to say that in the most polite way.
But
I
Joe, all
possibly
you said was
could.
that you felt that he was uninspired, right?
I said he sounded uninspired.
You were yelling, though. I mean, it was.
Well, yeah, he was-
You were yelling and sweating, and you needed. I was like, why
was hot.
do you have your shirt off? But
It was hot.
it was
Your
aggressive.
shirt- was
like,
your
it was
shirt
very
actually off?
aggressive.
If you see someone, no, I had a tank top
It was
on.
hot. It was
Shirt off at Jay's.
Ebro's
giving
trolling
Lawrence.
me. He's trolling me in person in the morning.
Your shirt was off. You were yelling.
Well,
I was
he's-
like, yo, hey,
Ebro.
it's
Normally,
crazy.
normally when people are sweating and they have a tank top on, it's probably the temperature where they are.
Yeah, true.
But you
face.
do turn. He does turn it on though. He knows how to be a showman when it comes
Yeah,
to
you know.
drama.
Why, thank you, Peter. Such kind words.
You have a flair for the dramatic.
So that's the Drake thing. And so where is it today with Drake? Nowhere. It's just there.
I mean, it's been a non-issue for me. It's been dead for me. At this point, it's the fans and the media keeping this going. I don't have any more bars for him.
That's it.
Well, I do, but
I'm not putting it
not
in.
yet. No.
You realize that there have been enough? You think you did
I don't
enough?
think there's been enough. I had a grand presentation to get to, but he ruined it.
Well, how did he ruin it?
We couldn't get to the end because he kept DMing me.
Now he told me, and I talked about this on the air.
I know you got in a lot of trouble, you guys. When can I interview you? I want to interview
Later
you.
today. I have no
That's
problem
fine,
with that.
That's fine. He told me that he DM'd you, but he was just asking you if you were okay in this tough time. And that's why you haven't actually put the
I feel like
DMs
he's
out.
pulling up the DMs. I know Joe Budden. By the way, I'm glad to know Drake is checking his DMs because he's got a lot listed for me that have gone unreplied.
I mean, he'll get around. He's a busy guy.
He's
man.
not getting around to them.
He's a busy guy.
The last one I think was really, so that's how it's going to be?
He's a busy guy.
If that was the point in DMing me, I missed it. I missed the
Right.
joke. I missed the underlying motive. I missed the "Are you okay? You're not doing well." It just was weird and creepy
Got
to
it.
me.
So do you want me to read these?
No, yeah, I don't want.
Can
you to do
I
that.
can I look to them? I do. I'm curious.
I don't.
The audience wants me to read them.
Yeah, of course they do.
In there is what Drake said he said, though. He did say that. I hope you're doing well in tough time. Other things are said there.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Other things are said there, but
Yeah,
he
but
was
when
not.
but when you send me a DM saying I hope you're doing well in tough times, I don't know what tough times you're referring to.
Well, there has been rumors circulating that you're on drugs.
There
and
hasn't been any rumor.
drinking.
There hasn't been any rumors circulating about that. There's no one more in tune to what the rumor wire is saying than me. Those there's no.
I mean, I've
rumors.
seen it on Twitter. I mean, in regard to
Time.
in Twitter. Yes, I know.
Okay.
It doesn't count.
Okay,
But
okay.
but in the world of clickbait and whatever, when you're putting out these diss records and people are going, "Yo, Joe must be on drugs again," blah 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 blah.
Why?
Right?
Why must Joe be on drugs again? Because
Man,
you're
people
putting
talk,
out
man.
diss
People
records.
talk.
Okay, you're savvy enough to be able to shift through what.
Well,
people
yeah, but
say.
if people would be savvy enough to know that when I was
No.
talking about a joke conversation.
I said you're savvy, and then you went to people are savvy. The general public is not.
Well, okay,
savvy.
well,
not
well, we're
people
getting
feel
past two
like
things.
that.
I still want, I want to
Fair
finish
enough.
the
Fair
DMs
enough. Fair enough.
before there's other talk. I don't understand what you mean by the DMs. 'Cause I actually think I wanted Ammo, because based on everything that happened with us and Drake, to be like, oh, he's being a fake piece of shit. But like, I actually think that his DMs that he sent you were true to the same thing that he said to him.
Maybe. I mean, I can't guess somebody's intent. I can only say how it came off.
So to me, it came off to
So
him.
if the point was to come off insulting, I missed it.
He came off initially. He came off as nice, and he was like trying to
Passive
make
aggressive.
Yeah, well, I thought he was kind of trying to break bread and maybe make it cool. You were kind of a dickhead back, which is not shocking. And then he was then a dickhead back, and then y'all just played. I've never seen people just playing racquetball in DMs like that, being dickheads back and forth to each other. That's how I saw it. I think he extended a hand, and you were like, "Get your hand out of here."
If you
That's how
want
I
me to
took
be
it.
perfectly honest, are we cursing? I don't know if this
Yeah,
is
we're
for
yeah,
online
go
or
ahead,
if this
curse.
is
We'll
for,
clean it up.
Oh, okay, you're a great guy. If we're being perfectly honest, I don't give a fuck about the Drake stuff. I don't care what his point was. I don't care what he meant. I don't care about any of it.
But you can't say you don't care when you make 4 records.
I cared when I made 4 records.
Oh,
I don't care
today.
now.
Today,
You're
currently.
beyond it today.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fair enough.
yeah.
But
It
I
was-
think it's worth. I think with all of
I
this,
think my point was proven. See,
Which-
I had a point. I would have loved to get to my finale.
which was.
Oh no, I can't say that in case
gotta
these
wait.
OVO niggas start acting up again.
So you got to save it. You got to save the finale in the stash.
Oh yeah, I'd ruin hip hop. I'd ruin hip hop.
How would you ruin? Why?
talking
Why? What do you mean?
I just know a lot. That's all.
Oh,
I just know a lot.
But here's the thing, Joe. A lot of people say they know a lot about Drake, and it
I don't
seems like
know
there's so
what
many
a lot
people
of
waiting
people
for
say.
Drake, but no one ever pulls the trigger on this supposed thing they have.
I don't know what a lot of people say, and I didn't say I would ruin Drake. Drake is a superstar, a pop superstar. He has transcended hip hop. There's nothing that anybody in hip hop can do single-handedly to ruin him.
Facts.
That's just a fact.
We talked about that this week.
I mean,
Yes.
nobody's oblivious to that.
No, well, he knows that. That's the thing that annoys me about Drake. He's a good guy, but he knows how important he is, and he uses people when it makes sense for him, and then can push and pull with people as he will. And it's not just me being a bitch who's DM'd him 50 times, he doesn't reply to it. I know of this with many people who had the same thing. Oh, I had a rapport with him too. Just kind of stopped talking to me, kind of came back, pulls you in, pushes
and
you
like
back.
I always remind everybody in this room that we work with, there's 2 seasons in this game. There's seasons when I need you and you need me. That's what the game is.
But the seasons where
His season has just been very long, and
Long.
it frustrates
I mean,
people.
it's
Everybody
very-
just
I get it. I get
everybody
it.
just needs to relax.
that season
Everybody
is,
just
and
needs to relax.
congratulations, that season's unprecedented. His season is unprecedented. I give him full credit where credit is
And like
due.
I said this week on the show, Drake has done a lot for hip hop.
He has.
I agree.
There's
A
no
lot
question.
for hip hop.
He's taken
And
us
the
to a
only
lot of
reason,
places.
And the only reason I even told the joke about the fact that we were joking around about the Eminem stepping up for Joe Budden and everything is because we knew it would never be a thing.
Right.
That's the only reason
Which is
why
what-
it was worth even telling the story was
When
because
things are read, though, they're read without context.
context.
Yes, and
But
tone.
see, I didn't.
Yeah.
And but by
Yeah.
the way, I didn't put out that audio that day. We didn't promote that as something we talked about that day. Other people with other agendas took that and put that out because they knew the talk of that would
Right,
be
right.
clickbait.
That's what normally happens.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. I mean, that's
Look,
not a
I
shocker
enjoyed
to
the promo.
anybody.
There was not a second in here that I didn't laugh about it.
But I
And
will-
I'm sure Drake didn't even listen to what you said exactly.
Which is
I'm
why I
sure.
didn't. Which is why when he was taking, look, we all talked. We understand why he's going at Flex. Flex has been going at him. Right? We all get it and are cool with it. It wasn't until you want to bring up Summer Jam and talk about what we do for this city that I'm even going to give you a rib shot and tell you to relax and warn you, yo, congratulations, you played yourself. If you think you've done anything in the zone of what this brand and Summer Jam has done for New York City and hip-hop.
That's just a new cool thing to say.
What?
That your shit is Summer Jam.
What have you done for New York?
Or what have you done for New York? Yeah,
it's a cool thing to say.
But don't but it's love. Like jab, hug. We done. We move on.
Right, but let me just be clear while we're having a conversation that people will probably pay attention to about this subject. He does things that irritate people. It's not as simple as people just hating on him. Like, he is a good dude and he's super talented.
He's a troll too, though.
But I'm saying
he's an actor.
He is an actor and he does certain things that need to be. He's done shit where he's worked with people and then he sort of shits on them a little bit, and it's happened over and over again. It's not like I've always said a million times, whether it's removing Bun B from a verse and just leaving an ad-lib. By the way, Bun B's never complained about that. That's my complaint as a fan, right? I know we did a whole verse, you left in one little ad-lib. Whether it's saying, yo, I grew up on Little Brother, I'm gonna do a Fonte record. Fonte sends you a record. Where's the fucking record? He says a lot of things to get credit for them and doesn't follow up. Right, so he does a lot of amazing, great things for hip hop. He does, but there's a lot of little extra shit that he doesn't do.
And when you're this popular, people can critique you. I'm sure there's a lot of artists that have done similar things, but because they're not at this level, it never became a big conversation. When you're at this level, people have expectations.
No, I don't think it's a lot of artists that have done similar things.
Yeah,
let's name some.
Yeah, because Hove is the opposite, right? Like, let's be clear. Drake puts on people who are about to blow on their own. He stands next to them. Boom, they're out of here. Hove did shit like, yo, I'm gonna jump
on Drake on a record when Drake was about to blow.
He signed MOP. He got on an OC record.
He's done that too.
But he didn't sign MOP.
They did.
Who?
Hove.
Yeah, they did. They had a.
Oh, please.
G Unit and Rock. They had a Rockefeller deal. I'm just saying that wasn't nothing.
Yeah, that was Dame Dash.
Whatever. I'm saying.
What do you mean whatever?
And put them on. Hold on. And put them on a record.
Let's just be
multiple records.
Hove has been accused of the same thing. There was a little pocket where I'd like to think that Drake probably learned a lot of that from Hove, but Hove is just real good at it. There was a time where Hove stood really close to Jeezy. There was a time where Hove stood really close to Ross. There was a time when Hove stole all the Snoop slang. These things happen. I'm well versed in hip hop.
And by the way, nothing you're saying there is wrong.
So I mean,
to my point, a lot of artists have done it.
I think done a bit more covertly than we're seeing now. But we love Drake so much, and I'm included in that. I'm almost upset that I've positioned myself in this way where it seems like I do not, because I love. I'm always on the music side.
People who pay attention to you, though, you've been pretty open about loving Drake. Like, you're honestly the oldest person I know who loves Drake as much as you do. I say it with all due respect.
I'm on the side. I'm on
but you don't say
music.
I like me some Drake. I like me some
good music is good music.
You sit around listening to Drake album cuts?
Take Care's in my little playlist.
Well, you've been married for quite some time.
Right.
Niggas with hoes, we listen to Drake sometimes.
Okay, all right.
And
you're right, I can
it.
identify.
Hey, I
can identify.
I get it.
I like me some Drake, man.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, man.
All right, I feel you. All right, that's a lot of Drake talk. We should move on.
All right,
There's
so
other
we
things.
covered that. All right, so Joe, in this
and
also,
we didn't have to cover it. I want to be perfect.
We needed to cover
he
it.
wanted to.
We needed
I
to
know.
vet it. In this process, I text you and was like, "Yo, you have an actual single that I don't think is Fab and
Tory
Lanez.
Flex, produced by A-Rab Music.
A-Rab's in the building. What's up, sir?
Machine, come on, Machine. Come sit with me. You have to stand there.
That's what the cool people call him? Machine?
That's what I call him.
Because he'd be on.
Because of the group. That's his.
I don't know.
He has a group with him. It's like Dickhead in the Machine or something. I forget what it is.
Dickhead in the Machine.
I think that's the name of the group.
What?
That's vulgar, man.
No, it's Rage in the Machine. I'm Rage. He's the Machine.
Yeah, I was just
Peter
calling him
is attempting to insult
I'm
me.
calling him a dickhead and showing him love as the Machine part of it.
Yo, I want to
So
post
it's produced
this
by
picture
A-Rap
to-
Music, so I want to play the record, right? Because that's still the focus, right? We got to play
That's
the record.
always the focus.
But I didn't know in the promotion.
That's because you're mainstream.
Facts.
Say that based on facts.
Man, say it again.
No, you're mainstream.
Remind everyone.
I like that.
I'm not so mainstream.
I love it.
So you maybe want to.
I made it out.
More grays in your
I'm
beard.
here. I made it out.
Wait, whoever said that you weren't mainstream?
No, no.
Oh, in Sacramento.
Joking.
No, they get mad at him and think that he like it doesn't represent enough, as if Hot 97 morning show is an underground show.
I don't think being mainstream is an insult. Like,
not to us.
I mean, people use it as a shot. It always has been used in hip hop.
you know what's
as a
funny?
shot.
It's the shot to me is when people say you're not mainstream.
Exactly. Being underground could be, oh, you're so good underground.
And I'd be like, all right, I'm not. I didn't really want to be that.
All right, let's play Flex, man. This is Joe Budden, Fab, Tory Lanez. An interesting choice for a collab because he's also always going at Drake as well.
I have no idea about what he does in his spare time.
Just play the song.
Yeah, I'm a fan of him as well. I'm a fan
He's
of
a great
Fab,
writer,
and
man.
the music
He's great,
came out
great
amazing.
kid.
Stop trying to fucking divert my narrative to Drake all the time. Flex. So Joe Budden, Rage in the Machine project this September. This is Flex featuring Tory Lanez.
Radio voice. Old morning show.
Can you shut the fuck up, Peter, for 2 seconds?
Let
Can
me
you
introduce
can you
the
save
record.
all of your fucking built-up tension for later? We can address you later. Marissa won't stop looking at the screen. Y'all are fucking weirdos. Hey, so Rage in the Machine, Joe Budden, A-Rap Music here. This is the new single Flex featuring Fab, featuring Tory Lanez, and it's lit.
All right, so Joe, the next piece of the conversation has to deal with
All right, Joe, so then Drake.
No, I'm glad you finally woke up. No, seriously, we're going to talk about Marissa Mendez now. Somebody that has supported you.
Mendez alert.
Somebody who's been there for you. And that out of the blue, because of something she didn't do, you text her, you're fired. Then I call you like, yo, you can't fire Marissa Mendez. Call her. She didn't do nothing. And you never called her.
Nah.
And then you want to go out and act like she opted to just not be on the program.
You said so many untruths.
You ain't, listen, I know
No,
you want to get
those
up here
are
and
all
act.
facts.
I know you want to
untrue.
It said so
Every
many
part of that
I know you want to get up here and act like you could outdo me on this radio thing, but
well, it's your
ain't gonna
show,
happen
so
today.
you won't
It
allow
ain't gonna
me to
happen
do
today.
it.
No, he
All right,
won't.
so let's just hear Joe's side of the story, just to hear it.
My side of what story?
'Cause you're saying
Exactly.
that
He's
what he
gonna
said is not
he's gonna
fact.
bullshit everybody in the
So
room because I
what's the
did call her.
truth?
Why'd you do that to her? Why'd you kick her off the podcast?
I did not kick her off of the podcast.
What happened?
And listen, it was time to go different ways.
That's some corporate bullshit. I've said that to people.
It was.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It was time to go.
We're going in a different direction.
We're going in a different
Yeah,
direction.
we're
AKA you're on my fucking nerves.
We're going in it. No, of course, Monty don't get on my nerves. So I would never do that.
So what happened? You wrote.
We went in different directions.
No.
The
You
same
said-
way you and I
You
went in different
text her,
directions.
you're
and you
fired.
Hey,
You broke this little
let's
girl's
get to
heart.
Let's
And I'm
get
gonna
to
tell you
the.
something else. I'm gonna tell you something else. I'm gonna tell you something else.
Oh my God, you
Yeah,
guys
don't do
loose.
that. No, don't do that because then it's gonna make it seem like I was really upset about it. Because to be honest, I was over it anyway. But the whole fact of the matter is, as a friend and as somebody that I've worked with for years, been friends with for years, I get a text message. You don't even call me and talk to me about
No,
it.
it was done to talk about. Rage in the Machine.
No.
No, there's
September.
no one to talk about. No,
No, we're editing that out. You were editing? No. Hi, Deani.
He was like,
No, we're editing. No.
And I still haven't spoke to you, and that was a month ago.
Marissa, do we speak every month?
No, but do we
All right,
speak?
then what the fuck are you
You
talking
see each
about?
other every week, though. You would see each other on the podcast.
And you don't call me to talk about. I called you as soon as you text me. I'm like, what are you even talking about? Because I wasn't even here when he spoke. I didn't even know what he said. And then you
All
get,
right,
I
well,
get
what
that
he
text
said
from
got you fired.
Okay. So why can't you call me and talk to me about it?
Talk to you about
I
what
don't
you
because I
gotta
didn't
talk
even know
about.
what the situation was.
There was no
you don't want me
situation.
to a call.
I'm 36. What the fuck do I owe you? What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What do you
I
as
don't-
a
I don't-
friend and
I-
as somebody
no,
I work with? You
no.
don't call somebody.
I
You
come
fire
from a
someone over a
different
text
school.
message. That's how you do that.
I don't
On a
owe
show we
anybody
started together.
something. She
On a
just
show
said
we
she was
started
over it.
together.
She just said
Well,
she was over
look,
it.
she's not evident. I knew she
I
wasn't.
didn't want to do the show
She's
anymore,
not
which is
over
why
it.
I never followed up and called you
I'm
ever
getting
again. I
all
could
of
have
the
chased
girl
after you. I
lines.
could have tried to talk
Then
about
why
it.
are we talking about it here?
Because-
Rage in the Machine,
Because
September.
you
It's
put it
going
out
down.
yesterday.
A-Rap Music is in the
No,
building.
no,
Peter
no,
Rosenberg,
no,
Laura
no,
Styles,
no,
Marissa's here,
no,
Ebro's here, Deanna is
no.
everybody is here. No? We're editing out? Hey, who the fuck is on the board? If I ask you to press no fucking button, nigga.
No, that doesn't work here, sir. There's only one person who gets to do that. But because you put it out on Twitter, and obviously she's
Put what
a
out on
colleague
Twitter?
of mine.
Whoa, put what out on Twitter?
No, put on the
On the
podcast.
podcast.
You said on the
Podcast,
podcast.
I was never going to address that because I love Monty and care about Monty. So I was never going to address it. Once she addressed it, on whatever platform she addressed it on,
Laura Styles and
there was
Proper
an
Etiquette
influx.
podcast.
There was an influx of questions. So I addressed it.
So you was gonna let it fly and just let it be quiet.
Yeah, 100%. Because if I were to address it, I wouldn't have anything good to say.
Okay, so here. Okay, well, there's a disconnect, Joe, right? And this is, I think, ultimately what probably my things with you come down to.
Let's hear it.
Is there's a disconnect in how you handle people you care about. Because
So you say you care
no,
about.
it's not a disconnect.
Let me explain my point. You just told us that you wouldn't want to ever say anything negative about Madi because you care about her. You love Marissa. I know that.
Not publicly.
Right. You would never do
Yes.
that publicly. But at the same time, to just randomly, regard if it's because of something I did or whatever the thing is, to randomly send her a text that just says, "You're fired," that's not how you handle someone you love either.
Why not?
Because that's inappropriate. It's just that's not a way that people
it's
handle
not.
people they care
Oh,
about.
you clearly haven't purchased enough EPMD albums.
That's not, I learned a lot from hip hop.
Strictly business.
They were
Strictly
17.
unfinished business.
They were 17 years old then.
Any of the EPMD albums. How I
Business
handle-
never personal.
Yeah. I don't know. But business is never personal.
But
We can go play kickball tomorrow.
But I think you're lying. I'm gonna just go on
About?
record. I think you're lying.
About?
I think
About?
just like you said, you fired her because of what Rosenberg said.
That is exactly what happened.
Which
You and I
pissed you
spoke,
off.
so you can't.
Right, which pissed you off. It pissed you off.
But what does that have to do with Madi, though?
Right.
But
What
that
he
didn't.
says.
But the point is, and the reason I say you're lying is because it's not just business, right? It was an emotional decision.
Not true. That's not true.
so what's the business? of it?
Because the business part, which I told you was, the business part is when you bring these conversations to the entertainment platform, because that is what makes you as an artist something that people love, because you've always been transparent about your personal life.
I thought that
and
was a
your
good
music.
idea. When you said that, Ebro suggested that I talk about it. I talk about it on the podcast. I talk about it with Marissa. I talk about it with Peter. Just discuss it on the podcast. It makes for great content. I thought that was a great idea when you said it. And then I hung up and said, that would be embarrassing to Marissa.
I'm not embarrassed. I didn't do
Why?
anything wrong. I
She
did
didn't do
nothing
nothing.
wrong. I don't feel any
What
type of
I
embarrassment.
would have had to say regarding that subject pertaining to Marissa and Peter Rosenberg probably wouldn't have been the best dialogue. for
I don't
me.
know what you could. Marissa, maybe there's something about Marissa part of this. I don't know what you could have said that would have pertained to me that would have been upset
Well,
about.
It
from what I
matters
know of
none
what she's
because I
talked
didn't
about
say
on
it.
the podcast, there's not much you can say to embarrass her.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I know that she's talked about all type of orifices and
And
Relax.
escapades.
All right, chill. But yes, we get the
but
idea.
You feel what I'm saying?
But like, I don't know, and there's nothing that's happened with me that I would be embarrassed about. There's nothing you could say.
Why
that-
do you keep saying embarrassed?
You
Is that the
said
word
it.
I use?
You implied that. You said that it made people
I don't
feel
imply.
bad.
I say. I don't imply. Hurt. Anything I would have said would have been
But I'm saying you
hurtful.
can't. There's nothing except
There's
for
a million. You're very easy to hurt because you're hypersensitive. Don't play on this radio station.
No, you're right.
You're
I'm very-
extremely easy to hurt, and during your rants,
right.
you sound hurt. So don't tell me that me, someone who's good with words, cannot hurt you with words.
You
Don't
can.
tell me that.
You can,
So
but-
I opted.
But there wouldn't be truth
not
to it. I could have
do
gotten
that.
hurt. I would have been like, "Wow, that's mean," but it wouldn't have been truthful.
Whatever.
Truthful. There's nothing hurtful.
I,
There's
I-
nothing.
I would have opted. Well, I opted to not do that.
But you did other things that were just as douchey. Which
To
is
you.
where- to me.
Well, like a masterful true troll, he has accomplished stalling this conversation because the things you're mad about, right, which is the reason you talked about it, is because you helped him start the podcast, just like Marissa helped.
Why
him
do you
start
keep?
the podcast.
We have to stop with that too.
What, help?
Yeah,
Why?
it's misleading.
Why? If he hooked you up with a person that has a studio that you didn't have to pay for, that's helping. If she supported
Peter,
you in
all
your
right,
endeavors
all
to
right, Ebro. We have two different definitions of help.
no, that's called helping.
I don't think there's any other way to do it.
There's people, look, I'll give you an example.
Peter
The
helped the
reason it's
rapper
different-
find a studio. Are you listening
That's-
to yourself?
That's helping. That's helping.
But are
someone.
you hearing yourself?
Yeah, but that's helping someone.
You know, all right. Peter's not getting very much credit for helping a rapper find a studio.
Okay, well, a free one.
Yeah, I mean that you're choosing. That's one piece.
Let me ask you if you think that I don't have any free studios anywhere.
But you use that one.
I used that one because there was a plan that Peter abandoned. He failed to mention that on the radio. There's a lot that people fail to mention. I just don't care to ever discuss it because I'm not that sensitive.
that's
it doesn't
why-
matter.
but that's
I didn't
one
even know
of
I
the
was coming
topics.
here to discuss Peter and Marissa. I didn't even know Marissa.
No,
was
you
a
asked for
normal
Pete
mic.
to be here.
I wanted Pete to be present.
Oh yeah, I'm glad we were part of the conversation. But let's just say this.
I'm happy to see Pete.
No, there's a lot of nuance to this whole thing, but I'll just say this, and I mean this. You, to me, right now, the way you're handling this conversation is unlike you to me. You're reaching, you're stalling, you don't have, you're not handling, you're not doing right by people who love you and have cared.
Okay, how about this? So I'm very direct. I don't care.
You don't
care.
You don't appear that way.
I don't appear to what?
To not care. You don't appear
do
to not care.
I mean, you're being
I
ridiculous.
don't care to have this conversation. I don't care
You mean
that
publicly,
I don't
or-
care that. Period.
But that's just misleading. That's not true. So then you just don't care about.
I haven't had the conversation. What do you mean it's not
So
true?
you don't care about the relationship with myself or Marissa whatsoever.
No. Feel how y'all feel. I'm gonna feel how I feel.
But that's even that is caring. Even that is
I'm getting
caring.
confused. I just want to promote my album. I don't
But you
care.
you
I
really
don't-
thought you
I
were going to
don't-
come here? We were just going to straight promote the album, not talk about the elephant in the room.
It wasn't the elephant in the
But
room
it is
to me.
for us. Like you don't understand.
This is a room y'all are in every morning.
Right. It's a room that our team lives in. Right.
When you walked in, you're really the elephant.
Yeah, you're the elephant. This is.
Facts.
I'll take it.
You're
Somebody
actually the
else,
elephant
I'll
in
be
the room.
elephant. Rage in the Machine, September. A-Rap Music is in the building. We got some dope new music coming up for you. Not we, but High 97, the morning show. Ebro in the morning. We got some more music coming up. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break. This is the elephant speaking, and we're going to get right to
The
it.
elephant speaking.
Yeah, come on with this fuck shit. I don't care. Marissa's sensitive. Peter's sensitive. Marissa feels away.
I'm sensitive.
Peter
Say I'm
feels away.
sensitive. Add you
I
to
said
it.
that.
No, you said me and her are sensitive. Say I'm sensitive.
All right, I'm sensitive.
All right,
You
let's
have
at
to
least
be,
start
because-
there. We have to at
Because
least
literally you
start
took
there.
money out of somebody's pocket who you know is trying to pay their bills because of something that they didn't try to do.
That's not my concern. She's an adult.
That's
How
crazy
she
to
makes her money
say.
is not my business.
Talk about not being hip hop. That shit ain't hip hop.
Call it what you want. Call it what you want.
Cutting your homies' money off and like not talking about
See,
it.
that's why I said I don't care
I-
anymore.
Like
because I don't wanna
firing
work
your
with
tour
somebody that's
DJ and
gonna
be
do
like,
that.
I
you're
can't-
fired. You're not on the road anymore.
It's difficult. If everybody here don't care, why are we still on this for 10 minutes?
But I care.
I never said I didn't care.
Well,
Marissa said she didn't want to be on the
and I don't
podcast
care.
anymore.
I
She
care
cares.
about how fucked up the situation is, but I don't care about being on the podcast
Then
anymore.
great. See?
See, but that's not the same thing. She does care personally. Obviously, she's been hurt by it since it happened.
Okay, so y'all could talk about it on your leisure.
I'm surprised to see you're the same guy
not surprised.
who just critiqued Drake for not being real, and here we are. We're not being real. We're on microphones.
Hypocrites.
Cameras are here. We're not being real.
I'm a darn hypocrite.
Now, what you should say is what you could have said, and this is just my advice because I have been in that situation before with friends, where being open to having the dialogue is always the best path because you don't want to leave, which you've done. I don't know how many times, but because I'm not a part of your personal life, but that's just burning bridges with people who could be your ambassadors. And I know at the stage of your career, you've been hurt by the industry. People have hurt you. Women have hurt you. Dudes you thought you could trust have hurt you. This person's hurt you, let you down, didn't keep their word. So you become the person that you are sitting right here, which is, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to pay my
You're
bills.
a really bad therapist.
I'm not a therapist. I'm just telling you from
He's
experience.
actually pretty good though. I said
I'm just telling you from
This is a-
experience
this
that
is
to
a-
leave at your age,
this is a
at your
really-
age where you're going to have to make a transition, and it is at some point, to leave people in your path that tried to care about you, whether you wanted it or not. Being
I treat people bad that care about me.
Yes.
That's Peter's sentiment.
You heard that. That is. I feel very strongly about that. And you're not the only person I know like that.
I
You
just
push people away. The people who really love you, and kind of
like Peter and Marissa.
Yes.
Yeah, don't shut the fuck up with this fuck shit, man.
Bro, I've been a friend through your annoyingness for many years. You've been a dick to me for many years. This didn't just start. You can be a dick often. That's part of your personality. I always call you Surly Joe. It's who you are. But consistently,
All right, think of it this way. You know when a woman gives you her vagina, it's one of her most prized possessions, right?
I'm following you.
She says, you know what? I trust this guy. I like this guy.
I like that.
I like this guy. I'm going to give him my vagina, right? And let him do with my vagina and my body what he wants, okay? And you say, you know what? I like that.
right?
You
Would
do
I
it.
say that?
You
Probably not.
Probably not, but in your mind, I mean,
You might
and
have a
obviously
mo-
you went in
Your
on
penis
it, so
would
you
say
did
it. Your-
like
your
You
penis
did
would
like
say
it.
it.
Okay, I'm
And so
following.
anyway, you go in on said vagine and whatever for whatever period you want,
Okay.
and then one day comes where you're like, I'm over this. Okay. She says, but I care about you, and you go,
Oh, every man has been in this situation.
but that's why I'm giving this the way you relate, right? I'm giving it
I'm
so you can
following.
relate. You say, man, fuck this fuck shit, man. It's just vagina. It's just some sex.
you
Like,
block the
move
number.
on. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? You knew I didn't really want nothing serious. I'm fucking-
No. You're not saying all that. Why? Are
No,
you,
in your mind. In your mind.
Oh,
You don't
okay.
say that to
Got it,
them,
got
but
it,
in
got
your
it.
mind. Just like right now to them, you're like, feel how you gonna feel. Oh, well, I've moved on. It is what it is. So be it, right? Et cetera, et cetera. That's basically what happened is people gave you something
Their
that they thought
vagina?
was no, basically their vagina. It was important to them.
I can handle it. Don't worry, Sean.
It was important.
Shawty's looking at me like Ebro's about to call you the world. He the whole time trying to like this.
This is not a good setup.
Shawty's like, I don't care. It's fine. Let him go. Let him go. He's trying to speak his language.
They gave you their pussy, and you don't want. You're like, it wasn't that important. But my point is, it was important to them.
I listened to Peter's rant on 7/18. I listened to it multiple times.
7/18.
I guess it was on the day.
That was the date.
Oh, you remember dates well? Because that's the second time in this conversation you brought up the exact date of
Even
something.
for something he doesn't care about at all.
For something you don't care about.
I only know the
Amazing.
date because I heard it on whatever website y'all use that posts all the dates.
Okay.
But you still remember it. But whatever.
Yeah, because I listened to it a million times and then I let
so you
all my
care.
friends
All
hear
right,
it.
so-
Oh,
Go.
listen to it a bunch of times. Still don't care. Weird.
Go.
Well, y'all threw me off now.
You said no. You said
Because you was too busy trying to dance. I told you can't outdance me, man.
You said
I
you
said I listened to Peter's rant multiple times on 7/18 and now I'm dancing.
and
Listen, I don't think that you guys are able to have an objective conversation, number one. Number two, this podcast conversation is not a conversation I care to have, especially not early in the morning. Number three, if Peter and or Marissa feel away, then there are other mediums for that to be discussed if it's going to be discussed at all. Number four, I certainly didn't get out of my bed away from a beautiful, soft woman to come up here.
that doesn't even count. You have a beautiful, soft woman in your bed every single day. That's just called your pillow. You have a pillow every night, Joe.
We're not here for this. This is very minuscule. This is very minor on the grand scheme of things.
Interpersonal relationships are what endear.
It's another disrespectful thing to say. Again, but whatever. That's
interpersonal
what you do.
relationships, which you write about in your music, which is what the Joe Budden brand is built on.
Not on a new album.
Well, yeah, but
Rage
people ain't
Machine.
heard that yet.
Coming soon.
They ain't heard that yet.
Yeah, September.
Hopefully
No,
people will
don't
care.
say September.
Hopefully
Maybe not
people will
September.
care, and like I've always done, I'll hopefully try to help you make people care. Right?
You have. Thank you for that. See, that's help. Not finding a studio for a rapper.
There's on the
Continue,
spectrum.
please.
On the
Continue,
spectrum
please.
of
Continue.
help.
That's your man, so you can't say.
Did I tell you
like
about the time?
Joe.
Did I tell you the time I called him and said, "Hey, I'm getting a job at ESPN. Maybe we should do a show together." And like, no, seriously, I want to bring you in to do that. And he said, and he honestly said, appreciate the honesty, but he was like, schedule wise, I just don't know that's the kind of thing I could commit to. But like, ESPN is obviously the second biggest thing I've ever had in my life. And the first person that I wanted to call to say, would you be interested in sharing this opportunity was Joe. Appreciate your honesty. I wasn't hurt by it, but I'm just saying, don't act as if you're not someone who I prioritize and think of an important
Let me wrap this
way.
interview up. What's the album called? Because the album's called what?
We'll
Rage and the Machine.
Ebro, I feel like.
How does Zach De La Roca feel about this?
Just chat
From Rage Against the Machine.
I don't know how he feels, Ebro.
He's a nice guy. You guys should consult him and maybe put him on a record. But I'm just saying, he's a great guy.
Next time I come here for an interview, send my manager the talk points because this is a complete. I'm serious.
That's never happened with a Joe Budden interview where he's been like, "Yo, send me the talking points before I get there."
Well, now you can do that from here on out.
Because
All
I didn't know that this would be an utter complete
You should have
waste of
known
time.
that. That's crazy. You
No,
didn't
it was
know
just
that.
not a waste of time. It was great.
We talked about Drake for 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Then we talked about the album for
we
30
know we played
seconds,
your song.
And then
we
we
played your
talked
song.
about Marissa and Peter for.
Well, I'm
What
on
else
the
should we
show.
talk about? You want to talk about
Just
beats? You want to talk about snares
I
and
want you to
hi-hats?
talk about something
You want me to
compelling.
pull A-Rab up and talk about the
I want you-
Renaissance, the MPC Renaissance?
Yo, what
Where
software you want,
You
A-Rab?
like the 3000
Let's
or
talk
you like
software.
the Renaissance? Which one? You got the new plugins?
You got the new plugins? Yo, A-Rap, you got the new plugins? It's lit.
Yo, the bar you spit. Yo, this pattern you used.
Hey, yo, rap fans,
At the
by the way, Ebro's mocking you how much y'all ever want to hear about every little fucking bar
Yo,
that gets talked
the
about.
percussion, the way you used your voice like a drum and the percussion and fell in the pocket at the end, so it was hard. It was hard. I'm telling you, it was hard.
I want to thank all of you for your time. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Marissa. Thank you, Peter. And thank you, Ebro. Thank you, Board Guy, for the sound effects. Thank you, Deani.
Damn,
Thank you,
Shawnee.
cameraman.
Super producer Shawnee.
Super producer Shawnee.
Super producer Shawnee, dude.
No, fuck that. Thank you, Board Man, with your little fucking effects.
That was Rosenberg.
It's
That's
actually
right
me.
there.
That's his thing. Don't break it. It's his. It's his.
Yeah, don't break
No,
my
I'm not
shit.
trying to
It would
break
get really
anything.
real.
But always good to see everyone.
Always good. What should we have covered?
I don't know. That's y'all job to talk about. It's y'all job to figure out. I don't do a morning show. I do a podcast.
Facts. You could have had a morning show.
And you did have a morning show.
You did.
At some point, there was a
produced
morning
it.
show. I remember.
Oh, I helped you with that. When you used to lay under the cabinet right here. I used to help you.
Bye, Joey.
Peace.
Be good, man.
Yeah, we'll talk more album time.
Thank you.
Good seeing you, man. You good?
No group picture.
No, we won't.
No, we won't.
No. I'll see him. I said him. You keeping him away from me too? All right. I still have real late.
He's turning red.
Who?
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for having us. Yo, he
being
wants. He's
civil.
gonna work with other people after he's done with you. That's why he's being nice.
Oh, I was trying to figure it out.
That was weird.
No, it wasn't. That's Joe.
Yeah, that got weird. It was-
I've never seen him. Honestly, I've never seen him in that space where he
What space
was
is that? Dodging?
He got flustered.
utterly dodging, had no ground to stand on anything. Acted as if you were just gonna come up here in spite of everything that happened, and we were just gonna be like, "Oh, it's time to promote your album." Like,
Yeah, but you guys, that's his default. And look, if anybody believes that Joe Budden is not coming back up here or doesn't want us to play his music, okay. I think what's happening is you have somebody who is deeply scarred by life and what he's done, and he doesn't know how to deal with.
haven't we all been?
Yeah, but he doesn't know how to deal with being wrong because he doesn't have to deal with it. He can write his rhymes, make his money, do his shows, and he doesn't have to deal with anything. Like, why does he have to deal with anything?
Why does he have to? Whatever. You know
Do you
what?
feel me?
Yes, I do. But
But see, this is why I've been avoiding that conversation with him, because I knew it would be this exact conversation. So I haven't called him. I haven't even tried to talk to him, because this is what he does to everybody in his life.
the character that people love and are so amused by.
No, people love Joe for his ability to rap.
No, but
Let's be clear.
Yes, you're right. But there is a pocket of emo fuckboys on the internet who they really like identify with all of his shit. And I get
Because
that.
he can rap.
Well, fine. But what I'm saying is,
But if he couldn't rap,
well, no, but I'm telling you right now, they now listen. There are people there who listen to his podcast and enjoy his whole shtick, which I get. I thought that's why I wanted to have him on this podcast, because he has a great ability to share.
if
But I'm
Joe
just saying,
couldn't rap,
that goes without
he would
saying.
be
He's famous because of rapping.
Right?
Obviously.
No. But my point is if let's say hypothetically he had to do something else, he would have to deal with these things to keep people around to support him. When you have a skill at a high level, people flock around you to support you no matter what you do.
Speaking of which, did you? I know I've met the guy before, but did you recognize Joe's manager? Oh no, it's because everyone around him is new. Ask yourself about when people have everyone new around them. Arab's new to basically being his partner. His manager's new. Everyone's new. He doesn't give a fuck about us. And then you can ask yourself about who you think is misinterpreting the situation, the people who have known him for years and years, or the guy who now is sitting with all brand new people around him.
Well, the reason I went into the vagina monologue
The vagina monologue.
was to paint a picture of men, which are really caring people versus really like disconnected emotionally people, right? Women tend to be very connected emotionally to how they feel and the people that they love more than men, right? And that is and
Grown men should figure it out though.
No,
just
but
for now.
as you become
But
older,
the thing is that I don't believe that he doesn't care. I don't believe that he doesn't
of course,
care.
but his ego and his ability to act disconnected is all based in the fact that he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. It's kind of like men
It
that.
made me sad. I was like,
That made me sad too, and honestly, I don't think he's
It
doing.
didn't
well.
make me sad. I actually wanted to laugh because I think he's lying.
Well, no, me too.
Completely
But he's not doing well.
No.
That Shawnee, you're board guy. What were your thoughts? What were your
Sound
thoughts?
effect.
He
the sound
dan-
drops.
Yeah, I know. Soundboard man. Sound effect man.
Soundboard man, what did you think?
He was very disconnected, very flustered. At the end, you guys got him. His whole face turned red, and he's hiding. He's hiding. The whole time he was hiding. Everything I listened to, everything he said, he was dodging and hiding behind this veil of the internet and troll that he speaks of. And when you say that people like him because he makes great records, he doesn't make a bunch of great records. He raps okay. He doesn't make great songs. But
Now Johnny's just going at
I'm
him.
just saying.
No, Shawnee got annoyed.
No, but
Joe is a
no, but
good
listen, no,
rapper.
genuinely speaking, he doesn't make a bunch of great songs. He came out a very long
Johnny
time
feel
ago.
goddamn disrespected.
However,
Oh my
he's
God.
very
Sound
good on
like
the
not
internet.
happy.
Look, he's good on the internet. He gets a lot of attention.
God,
he is good with words. He is good
he's
with
going
words.
somewhere else. All right.
But he's hiding. He's
I
hiding.
feel
That's
bad for
what I
Arab.
saw.
He broke night to be here, and then he just came in. And
Yo,
had to leave.
Arab. Well, by the way, do we even know Arab was coming?
No.
He wasn't
No.
even booked. This wasn't even booked to be both of them.
Well, and that's why Joe's a liar, because when I hit him about coming up, right, he knew I was hitting him. He was the first thing he said, which I didn't bring up because he was already dancing. The first thing he said was, "If Pete will allow it," was his first response.
Oh, you mean the video that he watched thousands of times?
Right. On a specific day.
Guys, you want to know what not caring is? I don't remember what I said that day. He watched thousands of times. By the way, I do, and I'm telling you, I do care. So help me understand.
I've never even done this much analytical discussion after I've done it.
I'm telling you, my number one thing,
and that just shows you how much of a.
We didn't get to it.
How about this? That just shows you how deep the relationship is between myself and Joe, Hot 97 and Joe, you guys and Joe, and the entire thing. Like we consider Joe family.
No, it's and truly at that point. At the end, he was in a place where he was so bad that I didn't want to get to where I wanted to.
He insinuated on the way out that he wasn't going to come back to promote the album.
Yeah, I know.
Where are you going, bro? The fucking Breakfast Club? Because they play mad rap down there.
Yeah.
And they're going to have your Rage in the Machine on.
No, he's going to go there to the place that called him
a woman
beater. He'll go there and treat them like royalty and then come be a dickhead to your family. That's what my problem with Joe is. And then his response to you is, you're not my family. I don't fucking care. Joe, if you were my fucking family, I would have been upset when you did my wife's podcast and I listened to you berating her. I listened to my wife, and no, it wasn't disrespectful because there's a trust that I have with him. So when him and my wife are fighting about sports and he's like, blah, 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 fucking blah, blah, blah. You realize how much trust it is in me that I heard that and didn't even get upset? I'm like, I know Joe. It's my wife, and he's having a legitimate argument the way he does with people he cares about. That's trust I have for you. So for you to turn around and sit next to me and say, I don't give a fuck about blah, blah, blah. Why'd you go do my wife's podcast at 7 a.m? And why did I not care when you're fighting with her on it? Because you're family. And now you're being a fucking dick. And you're being called out and you have no response. And I'm telling you, he's not doing well. I couldn't bring myself to saying it, but he doesn't look good. He wasn't acting right. There's something off with him. His whole team is fucking different. And I've said my piece. So like, I hope he figures it out. He's a great person and he's smart and fucking great for music and hip hop. I hope he figures his shit out. But I can't at 37 with the amount of shit I have going on and have been through personally already with my own family that are important. Go through it with Joe over and over again. So God bless. I'm not just saying this fake. God bless you. I really hope you fucking figure it out and get the people around you who care about you and stop treating the people who love you like shit.
Well, that's what Drake said in the DM.
Yo, Drake's DMs, which by the way, I won't tell you what he said and be disrespectful, but Joe completely misinterpreted that. Drake was like, extended a hand, and Joe was a fucking dickhead back, and Drake kind of slapped back and was being a little bit of a dick back, but still would have made up. I mean, vintage Drake, being an asshole, but also still nice enough to be your friend. And Joe took it left. Yeah, I read it. He took it left, which, as he did with us, he's taking shit left. So,
I do want to make it clear, though, I really didn't want to do the podcast anymore, so I just don't want those comments. Like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Like,
no, I think I understood very well what you meant. He didn't. That you can be emotional about it because you care about him and also think, frankly, the show has gone to a place that you're not necessarily interested in.
The Drake cast, and I'm cool in it.
And your role had sort of been reduced, in my opinion, too much and whatever. I mean, I know I don't care. I didn't do anything to help. By the way, all you said was I set up the thing. You didn't talk about when he came over to my house and we sat around and planned how it would work and talked about what makes a podcast good and went to the first 6 episodes and we didn't talk about it. He didn't count that. He wanted me to somehow make it my full-time job for free? Did he mention the part where I set him up with advertising? Oh, he didn't mention that part because Eric, my advertising guy, who does Juan Epstein and does a great fucking job, handles advertising for Joe. And that split, how it works is Eric and the Joe Budden podcast. Do you know what I get? Nothing. Ever. Me and my brother said no, even though I was trying to start a fucking network, didn't take any advertising money. So treat me like shit. I'm not one to help. And we've seen it a million times. Ebro, you talk about it all the time. People.
All right, let's wrap this
You know what? And here's another thing.
wrap
I'm not upset. I just wanted to put out there at least all the shit that wasn't getting said there. Because when you go like, well, Peter didn't help. He just did blah blah blah. Joe, you're lying. You're just lying, or you're unclear about what help is, and you want to be friends with the people who are dicks to you, and you don't care about the people who are friends to you.
Well, I think in that is he wants to be cool with people that can forward his business, and that's it.
Well, that's fucked up. Let's just call it
That's
that's
it.
fucked up. If I did that, you know what I get called? A fucking Jew bag, money grubbing. That's what I'd get called. Culture vulture, piece of shit. He vultured the fuck out of me, and then was like, I don't even care about you. It's all about raising the machine. By the way, you know there's a group called Rage Against the Machine, right? They're one of the biggest rock
That's
bands
the
of
whole
all time.
point. That's the whole
I
point.
know,
Bring it up.
but it's weird. But it's weird.
I wanted to know if he talked to
No, you were
anybody.
being serious. Like you should probably talk
You
to him
should probably
about
talk
that.
to them.
Exactly.
That's okay.
Because they have fans.
You think
They're popular.
Slightly passionate fans too. Last time I checked.
Aren't they like world famous?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe.
Revolutionary.
You might have heard of
You might have heard of them.